Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Coombe Christmas's very first, and hopefully last, virtual switch on. So we know that this year has been very different to what we would normally do, but you know what, we wanted to bring a little bit of that festive feeling, some of that community spirit to you in your own homes this evening. I'll apologise, as you may get sick of the sound of my voice. A lot of this has been put together during lockdown, so we've done our best in very trying times. If you happen to see any video clips or montages where you see people who are close together or aren't wearing masks, then please be assured, before you go running to gossip around Ilfracombe, that they may have been recorded either last year or before the lockdown this year. So as I said, this evening is all about bringing you some of that festive cheer. So over the next 40 minutes or so, we're going to bring to you a lot of familiar faces, the kind of people that you would normally see on the Lighting of the Lights events. This has all been done through the magic of technology, something that we've all got very used to this year. It's not going to be a Hollywood blockbuster, I can't promise you that, but I can promise you that we have tried everything that we possibly can to make this an enjoyable evening for you all. The plan for this evening is that at 7 p.m, when this programme is scheduled to finish, we would like everybody to go out onto their doorsteps, or if they're in flats, open their windows, make some noise. We know everybody can do it. We heard it during the NHS claps during lockdown. We would love for that whole community spirit to come together again with Christmas vibes. So maybe cheer, sing some carols, ring some bells, or what would be brilliant is if you have some lights. Let's do a town-wide switch on and show everybody why Ilfracombe has the biggest and the best switch on in North Devon. So I'm Charmaine, I should have introduced myself at the beginning, but I am the Vice Chair of Coombe Christmas. Now obviously we can't have this as a Christmas programme without hearing from our chairman, Mr. Steve Treble.
Hello Ilfracombe and welcome to our virtual switch on. My name is Steve Treble and I'm the Chairman of Coombe Christmas. I hope you're all well. Sorry that we can't be around the tree at the wall model this year, but hopefully from the comfort of your own home you're going to see some of our memories and some bits and pieces that we put together for you for this year. Again, it's our 5th year anniversary, so happy anniversary, Coombe Christmas. We've been going 5 years now, since the good old days when we started. And before we go any further, and there's plenty for you to see tonight, so fill up your wine glasses, put the fire up another bar, and I'd just like to say a few thank yous before we go a bit any further to my committee and to the team of helpers that helped put all this together. And it's been up and down all year whether we're going to have the full gathering or whether we're going to have the virtual. So as you can appreciate, it's been a long drawn out process of not knowing what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Anyway, we're here today, and that's all thank you to Charmaine Lovett, my Vice Chairman, Hannah MacDonald, our Treasurer, Lisa Townsend, our Secretary, Jeanette Harris-Can for the representative for the High Street, Stuart Coslett for 4th Street, Harbour and looking after the Christmas market, and of course our tech team. Well, what would we do about the tech team? They're the boys that go out all weathers, put the lights up, bring them down, get them fixed. Whatever we have to do, then let those boys do it. Starting with Lee Gremo, who's out every night whenever we go out with his telehoist. Head electrician Alan Hodgkinson. Conrad Leaves and Steve Hancock, our backup. Ground crew, Lee Aston, Chris Lowe and Dave Roberts, and of course Rob Townsend from the Ilfracombe Town Council. I'd like to give the Ilfracombe Town Council a special thank you for having their trust in the vision that I brought to them 5 years ago and for the backing that they give us over the last 5 years. So with that, I'd just like to say that with every event that we put on, it's never cheap. And if everybody that's watching tonight can maybe put £1 into the crowdfunding pot, which is on our crowd saving page, that would be really nice. And all I'm left to say is a very Merry Christmas from all of us at Coombe Christmas. Let's have a Happy New Year, stay safe and look after each other. Merry Christmas, Ilfracombe.
2015, following the annual lighting of the lights event, there were a lot of comments on Facebook from local residents exclaiming that our town lights were a little bit old, a little bit run down, and quite frankly rubbish. The event was always very well attended, and Events for Ilfracombe always did a fantastic job of organising it, but there was little capacity to buy or fundraise for some new lights. So after all of the comments online, Town Councillor Steve Treble suggested a few people got around the table to see what could be done. And that was how Coombe Christmas started. In that first year, a plan was put into place to raise enough money to buy a couple of bigger lighting units for the town, the sort of thing that we're all used to seeing in places like Barnstaple High Street. The fundraising, in all honesty, to begin with was going pretty slowly. But then we heard about a national Christmas light competition with a top prize of £10,000 worth of lights. We decided to enter and made a big ask of our community. Can some of you please come to the bottom of Capstan one night in August wearing your Christmas jumpers? We had no idea if anybody would arrive, and at one point it was actually only us committee members stood on the clapping circle in our jumpers, feeling a tad silly. But then, like some sort of Christmas miracle, we saw 2 reindeer come over the hill, followed by around 100 locals in their festive finery. It was a sight that we shall all remember. From that gathering, we started filming to put together our presentation for the competition. Here is a shortened version of that video to give you all a quick reminder.
Scrooge! Who's that? Who is that? Scrooge! What do you want?
I'm the ghost of Christmas lights.
What do you want?
I've come to show you the hard work that goes into this appeal by the whole community.
Within the beautiful seaside and rural scenery, you will find a strong community who work together to make their town the hive of activity it is. Many of the town's groups come together for big events, which are available to all, proving that although the area is not affluent, the strong will and commitment of its residents enhances the lives of local people and the town's many, many visitors.
I never knew. There was so much going on and so many people involved.
Oh, indeed, there are loads of them involved, but even with all that hard work and enthusiasm, still they need a bit more sometimes. I mean, do you remember last year's Christmas light switch on? No, not that. What even was that?
I have a vivid imagination.
You want to see someone about that? No, look, over there.
From the parish church choir, entertaining the crowds with their traditional carols, to the late night shopping and the free mulled wine and mince pies, the event really kicks off the festive period for many in the town.
The Lights of the Lights night is the one night of the year that the whole town comes together, whatever the weather, everyone comes out. It's fantastic.
This community does so much to help themselves. It's a pity we can't find a way of lightening their lives a little.
Well, that's the thing. This whole bid with the Christmas lights, that's all done by a voluntary committee as well.
Is it?
Yeah, they're called the Coombe Christmas Committee.
We formed our committee beginning of the year. The switch-on's been going for about 30 years now, and we found that the community has been getting bigger, but unfortunately the lights have been getting dimmer. So we decided that the community decided something better. So we've changed the day. We've made it into a festival now, and quite honestly, we're looking forward to a good weekend of festivities this year, and every penny we get is going to go to a good cause.
So you see, the people of this town deserve a bigger, better, brighter Christmas.
I see the error of my ways.
Lighting of the lights every year is something I really look forward to, and everyone works so hard for this community, so we deserve it.
Ilfracombe community is wonderful, and we'd like lights as bright as the people, because when Light and the Lights comes on, we all sparkle.
Well, I think if the high street's all nicely lit, it attracts more people to come to our beautiful town.
Lighting the lights is one of the many things that we do in Ilfracombe, but it's the only thing that we do really for ourselves.
Lighting of the Lights is such a special event for all of us because it really brings the whole town together. Absolutely everyone makes the effort to come out and join in the Christmas cheer.
We always come out for the lights, it's an annual thing.
and we'd just be sitting home doing our knitting else.
There are so many people who turn out to this event. It would be amazing just to have like more lights to show and just to prove how special the event is. And it would be amazing just to light up the whole town like a city.
I think Ilfracombe is a town that spent a long time being overshadowed by other towns, and I think it's time we were up there with the rest of them.
I love Ilfracombe and I want everyone to be happy for Christmas.
Steve and his partner Susanna gave a fantastic presentation at the event in Colchester. Unfortunately, we didn't get the big prize on that occasion, but we were awarded £1,000 worth of Christmas lights, which was fantastic. At this point, the community hadn't seen our video presentation, so we decided to upload it to Facebook, along with a link to a Just Giving page, just in case anybody had a few spare pounds that they could contribute towards the cause. Within 3 hours, we had raised £3,500 through that Just Giving page, which blew our minds. We had spent so long trying to raise so much money, and it took this video to really kickstart our campaign in 2016. The committee worked really hard all year trying to raise money through various ways, whether it was pub quizzes or cocktail tents. We did everything that we could, and alongside a couple of grants, eventually in that first year we raised an astonishing £25,000. This meant that as well as buying a complete new set of Christmas lights for the town, something that we never imagined we'd be able to do in our first year, we were also able to hold a whole weekend of free events too.
To sleep tonight, and so I'm offering this simple phrase.
That first Coombe Christmas switch on was just spectacular. As a committee, we felt so proud that our community had come together, and look what we had achieved in such a short amount of time. S&H provided us with a huge screen on the evening for the events. The cast of A Christmas Carol joined us, and the event drew a crowd bigger than we ever could have imagined. It was certainly a night to remember as the community came together to enjoy our new Christmas lights. The weekend event, which was held in a large marquee on the seafront, was a huge success, with thousands of people coming along to visit the Christmas market, enjoy live music, children's entertainment, visit Santa, and also take part in the Coombe Christmas Community Carol service. For a first year, we think we did pretty well. After the event, we had to go through all of the details to see what was right and what was wrong. There was one thing that we hadn't accounted for, and this was a huge bill for putting up and the taking down of the lights, along with some equipment costs such as for brackets and catenary wires for the new lights. This set us back over £15,000, which obviously came as a bit of a shock to us. So in 2017, a team of local electricians worked with us to volunteer their time, giving up their evenings along with a volunteer ground crew to put up the lights, carry out repairs and create a long-term plan for our lights. Not just through the High Street, but also for the War Memorial. This crew of volunteers, who we call our tech team, have gone out in their spare time in all weathers to make sure that our lights go up in time for everyone to enjoy. Although you may spot them when they're out and about putting up lights, fixing them or taking them down, what you won't see are the team having to work with and replace, with the support of Ilfracombe Town Council, antiquated electrics from years gone by, and the repeated turning on of lights which have tripped out due to a combination of bad weather and power circuits which need replacing. You also won't see the daily 5 AM check by tech team members Rob and Dave, who make sure that the lights are ready and working for that day. We do need to say a massive thank you to the tech team, not only for the work they do, but also for this year, when they preempted the issues that we may have with COVID and the lockdown, so made sure that our Christmas lights were up in October. Thankfully they did this, as otherwise we wouldn't have been able to have our Christmas lights up this year. The tech team have now been working together for the last 3 years, and we estimate that they have saved us in excess of £100,000 in costs. We really mean it when we say that we couldn't do Coombe Christmas without them. In the years that have followed, we have continued to raise money to make Ilfracombe North Devon's biggest and best switch-on event. The community have backed us the whole way, and you've always played a big part in our fundraising efforts. The raffle was taken on by Nicola Payne, for instance, and through Gossip Around Ilfracombe managed to raise £2,500 annually. Places such as the George and Dragon have supported us through quizzes and race nights, and local businesses and community members have gone above and beyond to support us. In 2017, we were given a second shot at winning the National Christmas Light competition run by Blacher. This time we had to go to Blackpool, and we gave a presentation on how much had been achieved in our first year as Coombe Christmas. The industry-leading panel of judges could not believe how much our small committee, along with the support of our fantastic community, had achieved. They loved it so much that they actually awarded us first prize of £10,000 worth of lights. As luck would have it, on that exact day, our town mayor, Val Gates, was actually in Blackpool visiting family, so she was able to come along and accept the cheque on behalf of Ilfracombe and its residents. As we came into 2020, our committee were ready to go for this year's events. We'd already had meetings in January and February hosted by the fantastic Jeanette at the Chocolate Emporium. We had lots of plans, lots of ideas and so much energy going into this year. And then COVID hit and it changed everything for everyone. We held on for so long hoping that things would change and that we would be able still to do our light switch on, but as we know, that's just not been able to happen. For us, Coombe Christmas has always been about the community. Ilfracombe is a town that will always come together when the going gets tough. This year has completely proved that to everyone. We would love for you to join us this evening by coming out onto your doorstep at 7 p.m. and banging a pan or jingling some bells or turning some lights on, just to show that Ilfracombe has come together once more in adverse conditions, and that despite everything we can still celebrate and look forward to a fantastic Christmas. Although this year has been slightly different, we very much are looking forward to 2021, where Coombe Christmas will be back with a bang. Merry Christmas, everyone. It is incredible to see just how much has been achieved in the last 5 years. The community have been fantastic and supported Coombe Christmas from the very start, and we have to say a massive thank you for that. During the whole 5 years, we have had the community come together to raise funds for us, whether it's through raffles or calendar sales or sponsored events. And although this year has been different and people haven't been able to do that, some people have found really unique ways to still raise some money for Coombe Christmas. People like Ella Stimpson, for instance. She's making Christmas-themed face masks and donating 50p from every mask to Coombe Christmas. And so far this year, she's raised over £50. So a massive thank you to Ella. So some people may be asking the question, why are we talking about money and fundraising because there's no events this year? However, unfortunately, there are still costs involved for us. Things that, I know it's boring, but things like insurances still need paying. And then also there's the upkeep of the lights themselves. They do need repairing, so we have to pay for things like that. And so far this year, despite not having the actual events, it's cost us around £2,500. Now, normally we would have been able to fundraise during the year to make sure that that's covered, and we did receive some grants at the beginning of the year, but because the event was cancelled, we have had to return them. Now, we do have a Just Giving page, but we understand what a tough year that this has been for everybody financially. So we don't want you to feel like you have to put any money in the Just Giving pot, but if you do have a spare 50p or £1 even that you feel that you can contribute to kind of cover the cost for this year, we would appreciate it massively. You'll find links on our Coombe Christmas Facebook page for that. Okay, so it's time for our next guest. Enough of me talking, you'll be happy to hear. Our next guest is somebody who wears a big red coat. They've got a cool hat. And you can hear them coming because they've got jingle bells. No, not Santa. It's our town crier, Mr. Roy Goodwin.
Oh yay! It's me! Oh yay! It's that wonderful time when Ilfracombe gets lit up! Okay, a little different this year, but thanks to our traders and the Coombe Christmas gang, it's happening! Oh yay! P and I wish everyone a happy and a healthy Christmas and New Year. Stay sensible, folks, and we will beat the bug at Christmas!
Thank you very much, Roy, for that fantastic cry. Now, we all love Roy in Ilfracombe. Everybody knows Roy, and we all absolutely adore him. And as a town, I think we need to say a big thank you to him, because despite the fact that he's been shielding for the whole of lockdown, he's still come out onto his doorstep and recorded many fantastic cries for different reasons throughout the year. It's also worth noting that at some point Roy does want to retire. We won't let him. But he is looking for a deputy at some point to join him and then eventually take over. So if anybody is interested in doing that, then please just give him a shout. Literally. Okay, so it's time for our next video. And this time we have some absolute stars. It's you lot. It's the Ilfracombe community. As you know, last year we had some Merry Christmas Ilfracombe messages from various celebrities, but we know, having had the year that we've had and the way that the community have come together, that actually the real stars of this town are the people who live here. So over to you lot.
Are you hanging up a stocking on your wall? Are you hoping that the snow starts to fall? Does your granny always tell ya that the old songs are the best? Then she's up and rock and rolling with the rest. What will your daddy do when he sees your mama kissing Santa Claus? Oh, are you hanging up a stocking on your wall? It's the time that every Santa has a ball. Merry Christmas, Ilfracombe!
Hey! Hi, Coombe Christmas! No, sorry we can't be with you this year. We love coming to Ilfracombe for the Christmas light switch on, but not this year.
2 metres, get away!
Sorry,
get away!
Sorry. Oh, put my mask on, wait a minute.
Birdie, birdie, birdie!
Have a great Christmas! Bye!
Bye!
Everyone here at Ilfracombe Church of England Junior School,
we'd like to thank everyone in the community for all of your help this year.
And we are wishing you
a very Merry
Christmas.
All the staff and children in Year 3 at Ilfracombe Junior School wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Everyone in Year 4 at Ilfracombe Junior School would like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas everyone, have a Happy New Year.
From everybody here
6 in Ilfracombe Junior School, we would like to wish you all a happy and healthy Christmas and New Year.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year! Merry Christmas, Ilfracombe, from all our family! Go on then. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Hey! Merry Christmas, everyone!
Merry Christmas from Make the Moon. Rising Stars.
Merry Christmas!
Hi everyone, it's Nikki French here. I just want to send loads of love to all the people connected with the Coombe Christmas virtual Christmas light switch on this year. And I want to tell you that from the 21st of December, I will be back at the Queen's Theatre Barnstaple as part of the Gareth Gates Christmas Cracker Show. Tickets are limited, so book as soon as you can, and I look forward to seeing you there. Merry Christmas!
From all of us at Norman's, we wish you best wishes for Christmas and the new year.
Potatoes for roasting, carrots for Rudolph, nuts for cracking, grapes for the cheese board,
Lemons for the chin.
celery stick for dipping, onions for pickling, Christmas trees for dressing, sprouts for trumping,
And a holly wreath for your front door.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Yay!
Merry Christmas, Ilfracombe! Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, the fields we go, laughing all the way. There's one of the millions here inside. What fun it is to ride and sing this sleighing song tonight. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in.
Merry Christmas, Ilfracombe. Glory to God in the highest, and peace to his people on earth. May you know God's peace at this time. All our love from everyone at Pip and Jim's church.
Hello everyone. Now Mother,
What's wrong, son?
I'm getting really excited.
Are you?
Guess why?
I don't know.
It's nearly my favourite time of year. It's nearly Christmas!
Oh God!
Yeah, I love Christmas. We love Christmas at the dairy. So we just want to wish everyone a very happy Christmas! Yay!
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. From all the staff, Linda and myself at the Georgian Dragon, to all our friends of the pub, all Ilfracombe, please have a safe and merry festive season. Merry Christmas. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy Christmas, Ilfracombe, from everyone here at Horse Park Dance for Practice and on the doorstep. Once again, a huge thank you for all your support this year, and we wish you a very happy festive time. Thank you.
Christmas from all of the Osborne Hotel. Have a good one, everybody. Stay safe.
The Heel Bay Mermaids wish everyone in Ilfracombe a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! Keep swimming! Woo!
Cheers. Merry Christmas from all of us here.
No,
Hill Cornmill.
How many have you had now?
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much, everyone, for taking the time to send in your fantastic Christmas messages to the town. We haven't seen many of those faces for a long time now, but hopefully we'll get to see you all again soon. So welcome to anybody who is just joining us, and welcome to the Coombe Christmas Virtual Switch On. So we are basically this evening trying to bring you a little bit of that magic that you feel at the Lighting of the Lights event, but from the comfort of your own home. The plan this evening is, after we've heard from some more local celebrities, that everybody will go out onto their doorsteps or open their windows and make a big old racket basically at 7 p.m. If you have any Christmas lights, please switch them on. We want to show that the whole community is coming together as we would do on the Lighting of the Lights event, but this time it is a town-wide switch on. Whilst we're talking of community stars, one person who we have to mention who you've just seen in that video is the amazing Vicky Jeffcoat. As well as running a very busy dental practice, along with her mum and colleagues, she also runs On the Doorstep, which is a charity that helps people in need. Every year, On the Doorstep provides presents to individuals or families, including many children who may not have received Christmas presents that year. On the Doorstep relies heavily on donations from the general public and community. And although they've had a very, very good response this year, there are still some items that they are a little bit short on. So when you're going shopping, if you happen to slip into your basket an extra pair of gloves or some hats and scarves, they're also looking for things like female toiletry sets or just general gifts for kids, such as activity books or colouring in books or toys, that sort of thing. So if you happen to have any extra this year, you can make your donation by dropping it into the Tors Park Dental Practice, which is just behind Lidl. And if you go inside their front door, there is a box there where you can put your donations. So now, from one community star to another, it's our Mayor, Val Gates.
Hello, Ilfracombe. It's been a really difficult year for all of us. I want to take this opportunity to thank all our wonderful volunteers for their support, and thank all of our lovely shops and businesses who have worked so hard to keep things going for us. We are not out of the woods yet, but in true Ilfracombe style, we're celebrating Christmas our way. Merry Christmas, Ilfracombe.
Thank you very much, Val, and we would really like to echo Val's sentiments and just say a massive thank you and congratulations to Ilfracombe for everything that you've done this year to support each other through this crazy old time. So on to our next guest now. Now this is someone very special. He is a true Christmas icon. It's not Shakin' Stevens. This is a guy who watches over us all year to make sure that all of us boys and girls have behaved and that we're being good. He also comes into our house on Christmas Eve and eats all of our mince pies. It's Mr. Roy Goodwin. No, it's not Roy Goodwin, I'm joking. It's Santa. We have Santa here. So his amazing elves have taught him how to use Zoom. Santa, is over to you.
Well, hello boys and girls of Ilfracombe. And I mean everyone from 1 to 101. You know who I am. I've come to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. Now, I've got some really good news. I was looking at our Good and Naughty book the other day, And I picked up the book for Ilfracombe, and that's this book here. And I looked through it, and there were pages and pages and pages of good children. And then I had a look at the pages for naughty children. And do you know what? The naughty list was empty. Look, there it is, naughty list for Ilfracombe, and there's no one on it. Now that doesn't mean that you've been totally good absolutely every hour of every day, but it does mean that you've really been a lot of very, very good children. So well done, all of you. And that means, well, you know what that means, don't you? So keep on being good between now and Christmas. And remember to go to bed early on Christmas Eve. And I will be down and I will see you, but you won't see me. Of course you may see me when I'm driving around town in December, and I hope you do. So have a fantabulous Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone. Bye for now.
Thank you very much, Santa, and I am delighted to hear that for once I'm on the good list. Hurrah! We did speak to Santa this morning, and when we were telling him a little bit about what we're doing this evening, he said he was so excited and so delighted to hear what was happening that he is going to get in his sleigh at 7 p.m. this evening whilst we're doing our virtual switch on, and he is going to do a few laps of the town playing some music. So hopefully at 7 o'clock, when we turn all our lights on and give a big cheer, Santa will see. Don't worry if you don't see Santa. Like he said in his video, although sometimes you can't see him, he can always see you. So even if you don't see him this evening, please make sure you put in your best effort, as he will be watching. Okay, so traditionally, we would usually have, towards the end of our Lighting of the Lights event, a blessing of the tree from the Reverend of the Holy Trinity Church. So this year, we are delighted that via the powers of technology, we can bring you Father John Rolls to give his Christmas blessing.
At this time of year, I'm usually standing above the town in front of the Christmas tree, looking down at people who are gathered to have great fun, to celebrate our community in Ilfracombe, to support our community in Ilfracombe. Sadly, this is not going to happen in the same way this year. But it's worth reflecting, I think, that this year, if anything, Ilfracombe has shown its heart as it's reached out to both neighbour and stranger in this time when we've all needed extra support, when we've realised the value of family and friends, sometimes through not being with them. This year, let us pray for the peace of the world as we remember the coming of the Prince of Peace. Let us remember that Jesus' great call to all was to love God and to love our neighbour as ourselves. We've celebrated that in practical ways this year, and may that continue. And although this Christmas may be different, we do still celebrate the birth of Jesus. We celebrate our community, and we celebrate our love for one another. And may the joy of the angels, the eagerness of the shepherds, the perseverance of the wise men, the obedience of Joseph and Mary, and the peace of the Christ child be yours this Christmas. And the blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be amongst you and remain with you and those whom you love, now and always. Amen.
Thank you very much, John, for that lovely Christmas blessing. So it's nearly time. You have about a minute and a half to start getting your lights ready, putting your hats and scarves on, putting your shoes on, getting ready to wrap up because it's cold out there. And come outside and cheer and do our townwide virtual switch on. Before we do that though, I have to say a massive thank you on behalf of the committee for you joining us here this evening. When we had the news that we couldn't do this evening, it was a bit of a downer for us all. This is our favourite time of the year, and we worked so hard towards it, and we know that the whole town looked forward to the lighting of the lights. We knew we had to do something, so we hope this evening we've gone some way to getting you into that festive spirit a little bit more. We'd like to say thank you to everyone as well who has sent in videos this evening or helped to put this together. A big shout out to Tyler from TH Visual, who's helped to edit everything together this evening as well. Obviously, Christmas this year is going to be very different, but we know that our fantastic community will continue to look after those people who live on their own, whether it's friends or family or neighbours. And talking of support, we need to remind you about the fantastic local independent businesses that we have here in Ilfracombe, especially the ones that have gone above and beyond during this year to help people by maybe doing things such as home deliveries. When it comes to doing your shopping for Christmas this year, please don't forget them. We have lots of fantastic stores on the high street and in and around town, so please support them as much as you can this year. Okay, so just before we get to the countdown, I'm going to do one last cheeky plug. We did say earlier on that we do still have a lot of costs that are involved with the event this year, even though it's not actually gone ahead. So we do have a Just Giving page that there is a link for on our Facebook page. Please only give if you're able to. We don't want anybody to feel pressured at all that they need to this year. But if for any reason you're able to spare £1 or £2, then please do contribute that to the pot. And it will also go towards making next year even bigger, better and brighter than any. We are looking forward so much to actually doing the event next year. I know that the town will join us again and support us throughout 2021 to bring you a fantastic lighting of the lights and Coombe Christmas weekend for next year. But for now, that's goodbye from me and goodbye from the committee. And let's get that countdown started. Get ready, everyone.